Hi everyone and welcome back to Literary Reality. My name's Sata and this is my channel where I review books, talk about everything to do with books and how it actually impacts my own reality, hence the name Literary Reality. Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time viewing my channel. I hope you enjoy it. Today I am bringing you a review of Michaela Coel's Misfits, a Personal Manifesto. This is a book that I'm reading as part of the Blackbritathon, which was created by Heroines Corner, so I'll link all of that below. So this is its own separate video. I'll do a recap on the Black British books that I read for that, for October. So this is one of the books that I chose to read, or I picked it up from my local Sainsbury's. And then I was just like, do you know what? I have to read this book because Michaela Coel is a fantastic actress. So if you guys don't know who Michaela Coel is, she is a Black British actress. She's most famously known for Chewing Gum, which is a hilarious comedy series on, it was on E4 or Channel 4, I can't remember which one. I think it's E4. And then Netflix bought it, so it's on Netflix. And then I May Destroy You, which garnered loads and loads and loads of positive reviews, and she won awards for it as well. And I May Destroy You is amazing. It is fantastic. So if you have not watched it, I highly recommend you go and watch it. Check it out. I think it's on 4 on demand if you are in the UK. If not 4 on demand, I lied, it's BBC iPlayer. It's on BBC iPlayer. I don't know if you're in the US, I don't know where you can watch it, but I know in the UK it's probably on BBC iPlayer. Again, it was flipping amazing. So I was just like, do you know what? I really love this babe, and now that I've read this book, I love her even more. Like, girl, she is a superstar. So I wish her all the best. All the best. She's amazing. But first, let's get into the cover. So it is black, purple and gold, and can you see it shimmers in the light? Come on, that's what we'd love to see. So manifesto, personal manifesto, and then if we look on the inside, that's gorgeous. Look at the inside. Like, purple is literally my favorite color, and gold. I've always told myself if I ever get married, like, that's like my wedding colors, because purple just reminds me of royalty. So we've got the back with a picture of Michaela Coel. So it says, Michaela Coel is the creator of the hit TV shows Chewing Gum and I May Destroy You. She's a BAFTA, Royal Television Society, Broadcasting Press Guild, and NAACP prize-winning actor, screenwriter and director. In 2020, she was included in Time magazine's list of 100 most influential people and the British Vogue's list of most influential women. Misfits is her first book. So it's quite a short read. I think it took me like 2 hours to read this. It's only 100 or so pages, so it's very, very small, but the stuff in there is amazing. Pretty much this is just a transcript of her MacTaggart Lecture, which she did in 2018, I think. So when I was reading the book, I found the clip on YouTube, and you can read along, but obviously in the book she's added extra bits to her speech as well, so it's not exactly word for word, but you can use it to read along, so like an audiobook, if you will. And obviously she's added a prologue and an epilogue to the book. So essentially this book is about Michaela telling us about her upbringing and how she kind of fell in love with theatre, kind of the impacts of race and class on the creative industry, because her lecture was done in front of people who are involved in kind of the TV, drama, creative industry. I don't know what else to call it. the media industry, like screenwriters, editors, directors, all of like those kind of thing. I don't know, that's not my area, so I'm not an expert, so forgive me if I'm getting that wrong. But she kind of invites us to reflect on how important our differences are and how we can use those differences to make an impact in terms of storytelling and just the world around us. So I found this book really, really impactful, and it made me reflect on my own kind of values. So that's why in this video I also kind of write my own personal manifesto as well. So it's kind of inspired by this book, which I will read later. So yeah, this book really made me reflect on what am I doing to make a difference. So this is the first time I've kind of encountered Michaela outside of her acting. Like, I've never watched any of her interviews and stuff like that, because not to say I don't like her, but I don't usually tend to watch like interviews of like celebrities and stuff like that. So it was nice to kind of hear her own voice, and I feel like I got to know her a little bit more, even though it's kind of weird because obviously I don't know her, but it's nice to get a little idea of what she kind of stands for, and you can see it through her art as well. So now that I've read this book, she says that this book is written for the misfits, for the people who don't fit in. Michaela defines a misfit as this: the term misfits takes on dual notions. A misfit is one who looks at life differently. Many, however, are made into misfits because life looks at them differently. The UK's Black, Asian and Ginger communities, for example. And there are many other examples. The term misfit can be cross-generational and crosses concepts of gender or culture simply by a desire for transparency, a desire to see another's point of view. Misfits who visibly fit in will sometimes find themselves merging with the mainstream for a feeling of safety. Synonyms: outsider and falcon. And one thing, I think the biggest thing I've taken from this book, it is very odd, is the cover, or the inside covers, yeah, or the front. So when you look at it, on quick glance, you will think that these are butterflies. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this cover's so beautiful. It's got butterflies on the front, red hair, like, oh my god, like, it's so pretty. Butterflies are so cute, whatever. And as you read into it, she actually says these are moths. And I was just like, a moth? And instantly I thought, oh my gosh, this is disgusting, because these are moths. Like, the name of these moths are Death's Head's Hawk Moth. Yeah. So I was just like, this is disgusting. Why she got moths on her book? But she talks about how the moths have a kind of bad reputation around the world. Like, they have links or connotations of death in certain countries, for example, just because of the way they look. And that made me really think. It really challenged my perceptions, because I was just like, why is it that when I thought it was a butterfly, I was like, this is beautiful, look at the colors, oh my god. But when I found out it's a moth, it's now disgusting. And it kind of plays into her mystics thing, because we kind of look at the communities that she mentioned, Black, Asian, not so much the ginger communities, but we're just like, damn, there's something not right. They're not cute. Like, they're not cute like certain communities. I don't believe that, obviously, because I'm one of them, but it's just the thing of, but now a lot of creative industries are kind of riding off the back of these misfits. They want misfits because it makes them money. And now those misfits are attractive, but why weren't they always attractive in the first place? Why didn't you want them? Why didn't you want them involved in your industries? Why is it now all of a sudden it's popular to like a misfit, or it's popular to like a butterfly, for example, that you now want to get them involved. And it made me think, like, just because it's a moth, yeah, and moths are annoying, that's why I keep my windows closed at nighttime. But why is it that now I know it's a moth, my perception changed, even though the actual appearance of it didn't change? It's just the name that changed, which didn't make sense to me. I was like, oh, the moth is still pretty. Like, honestly, I think this is a beautiful inside cover, even though it's full of moths, which we don't find attractive. So moths are cute now. That's what I'm calling it. Moths are cute. These aren't butterflies. These are moths. And I don't know why I thought they were butterflies, but yeah. I don't know if I described that properly, but I really enjoyed that challenge, because it made me think, oh, I really need to change my perspective on certain things, or certain people, or certain communities. There's things that we're unlearning, and Michaela says that herself. Like, she wrote a character for one of her projects, I guess, and an actress auditioned for it, and she was like, do you know what, this character's a bit 2D, it's a bit stereotypical. And Michaela, instead of like challenging that, she was like, oh, actually, maybe this actress is right, I need to change my perspective on that. And she calls us all to do that, which I think is a beautiful revelation, because a lot of people will not ever in their lives make that revelation. So I enjoyed that the book actually made me reflect on my own perspectives and views. So now I'm going to consciously try and unlearn a lot of problematic views that I probably have. I definitely have. So I just wanted to leave you with the last paragraph before I share my own personal manifesto. Michaela says, I've decided to embrace as many perspectives as I can and be brave enough to update my beliefs and discover I'm not always right. What a brilliant thing to discover we've been wrong about some things. What a brilliant thing it is to grow. We're all gonna die. Instead of standing here wishing for the good old glory days about the way life used to be before Mark Zuckerberg graduated, I'm going to try to be my best, to be transparent, and to play whatever part I can to help fix this house. What part will you play? So I gave this book a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. I highly recommend you read it if you just want a quick insight into who she is as a person and what she believes, and to challenge yourself, like, what part can we play to change the industries that we live in, the world that we have around us, the people, the ideas, the values. Yeah, so definitely check this out, and I'll put the link below for her MacTaggart, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, MacTaggart Lecture as well. Definitely check that one out. I really enjoyed watching that lecture as well. So as follows, this is my own personal manifesto. Okay, here's my own personal manifesto. I'm gonna read it out, but it's on the screen over there, so that's why I've got my glasses on, because I can't see it from here. Yeah, this is my own personal manifesto. Dear Sata, I'm writing to tell you what matters most to me. I know we've had some good times, and I know we've had some bad times, but that's the point, Sata. I love you, and I want you to be amazing in your own right. You're really gonna you're really going to boss the hell out of this life. But to do that, together we need to define what our guiding set of principles is. What are our personal values? What framework can we design to then structure the house of our life around? What are the values we hold highest within ourselves and within others? Who are we now, and what do we want to be in the future? The purpose of this manifesto is to honestly list our strengths and weaknesses and to identify traits which we want to cultivate within ourselves. This is who we are. We are someone who simply believes in love, the love of God, the love of others, the love of ourselves. Let love motivate and guide you on this journey of life. Yes, you will get it wrong sometimes and may not be able to love yourself and others the way they want to be loved. But there are many lessons in love. You just have to continue to be someone who loves to learn. I love that you are strong, resilient, and not afraid to be yourself. I love that you embrace change and don't fear remaining the same. I love that you are beginning to learn how to be vulnerable even when it hurts and is very scary. I love that you've made your home your own sacred space. I believe you should begin to treat your body as a temple. Your body has worked hard to keep you going during a pandemic and everyday life. So be intentional and take the time to look after all aspects of your being: spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. You deserve to be looked after, treated well, pampered. Don't feel guilty about treating yourself every so often, and keep cultivating a culture of peace internally and externally. I'm committing to becoming the woman who makes a difference, no matter how small, to wherever I am. I'm committed to trusting myself and listening to that inner voice, doing what is right for me. I'm committed to taking financial control of my life. I spend my money mindfully and buy only what I truly need and what I truly love. I put my money to work for me. I'm also committed to treating my time like the precious commodity that it is. I strive to make the most of my talents, to be of service, to create value, and to give back to the world. I give myself permission to make mistakes. They are there for you to learn from. I give myself permission to fall as long as I get back up. We never stay down when you fall. Like Aaliyah said, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. I give myself permission to feel every emotion I go through and embrace what I am feeling. That is one of the things that makes you human. I give myself permission to be myself. I'm authentic. I live life my own way. The legacy I want you to leave behind is simply one of love. To be known for being a loving person. It will take time and effort, but you will get there. And that's the end of my personal manifesto. I actually really liked reading that out. Got me feeling a bit emotional, but man's a G, innit? Man's a G. But yeah, let me know what you think of this manifesto. Have you written your own manifesto? Have you tried to? And let me know what you think about Michaela Coel. Like, she's brilliant, so I would love to have a conversation about her. She's fantastic, and I would definitely want to check out more of her stuff. I know she's probably got some stuff in the works, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, or a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!